people were saying that they were able to see him getting jumped. I couldn't see that. So I was wondering if you guys saw something different.
No, it's not, I didn't see that with that video. No. I didn't see him. I didn't see him getting jumped. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I saw movement over there. I saw that there was multiple people around him, but I didn't see he was getting, you know what I mean, like the altercation. No.
But I know some of you brain injured people are going to say, F him, he's lying. Because your Lord and Savior, Carmelo Anthony, took a life unjust. And just for good measures, I ended with this video.
By some in the Anthony camp that he was jumped by 4 guys and that his act was therefore in self-defense. And the video you're telling me does not support that allegation.
Not even in the least bit, Will, not even close. It was one-on-one. You can absolutely make out that there's 2 people that get into a scuffle. It's very, very short in duration. The contact between the 2 of them probably lasted less than 5 seconds. And as soon as the push went the other direction, which presumably is when he was stabbed, you can see everybody, completely scattered.
And that came out of the old baby shaker's mouth himself. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger. And if you want my 2 cents worth on this, I think he's trying to backtrack. Girl, that's what I think he's doing, because you know well as I do, this stuff's about to be public knowledge. People are going to be able to start accessing this stuff very, very, very soon. Oh, also, good luck on getting that appeal through, especially with this starting to float around the old interweb. So, good luck to you, man.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys pulling up. We got to talk about it, man, because the grifters are going to grift. You have folks out here still standing on the lie that Carmelo Anthony was jumped. He was caged in, he was boxed in, he couldn't flee, he couldn't run. He had no choice but to pull that weapon out of his bag and plunge it into the chest of Austin Metcalf. These people are ridiculous, man. But you have a lot of folks who believe in the way of Slim Charles. If you guys ever watch The Wire, in The Wire, Slim Charles says, hey, if it's a lie and we're going to war over this lie, we got to fight over this lie. Simple as that. Simple as that. Irregardless of the truth being out there, you still have people out here willing to basically cape up and try to defend Carmelo Anthony over a lie. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. ARP family, here's the part nobody talks about enough. A lot of you did everything right. You worked for decades, you saved, you built something for the future. And now inflation, policy decisions, global instability, all of it is starting to put that at risk. Not because you messed up, but because the system itself is getting more unstable. And when you really think about it, most retirement accounts are still fully tied to that system. So if it moves, everything moves. That's why more people are asking a different question. Not just what happens next, but how exposed am I? And for some, that means looking at ways to protect at least a portion of what they've built outside of that system, things like physical gold. And that's what led me to Augusta Precious Metals. They take the time to walk you through how it works step by step and help you decide if it even makes sense for you. No pressure, just good information. If you'd like to learn more, go to writeforgold.com, writeforgold.com, or text FAITH, FAITH, to 35052 just to understand your options, because you worked too daggone long to build this to leave it fully exposed. Now let's get back into the video.
Is claiming that she saw the tape that everybody else is claiming to see that kind of says something different about what we heard in the courtroom.
So we had 21 people say the same exact thing. Do you guys understand how difficult it is to get 21 teenagers, 21 people in general, to tell a lie, but not only tell a lie, but tell the same lie? Do you understand how difficult that is? Now, the truth is easy to tell. Everybody can tell the truth because it happened. It's factual. It's real. But when it comes to making up things, Very difficult to get 21 people, especially 21 teenagers, to spout off the same lie. Come on now.
And what's interesting about it here is her statement claiming to have seen the tape, and that what she saw is disproves what every other person who claims to see the tape is saying. She's saying they're all lying, right? But my question is, here is what I was provided, right? And you can see Dwayne Turner saw the tape. It says yes. Next to Sarah Field's name, it says no. So all I have to say is, if she saw it, then why doesn't she just give an email like this that Dwayne Turner supplied me with, which verifies and confirms that he saw the tape? So she should have this exact same email. So I guess we're waiting. Secret Service Sam out Samson for.
Hey, grifters are going to grift. They know that there are a plethora of people out there that want to believe that Carmelo Anthony is innocent, when in all actuality he's guilty. This appeal is going nowhere. That's why you've had so many lawyers say, nah, I'm not taking this, because the case, it's a loser. Dude got 35 years, and I got to say the jury was being extremely lenient, by giving him the 35 years, especially when he could have gotten 99, which essentially would have been a life sentence for the young man. But they chose to show some compassion and give him a lesser sentence, down to 35 years. He could get out in 17 and a half. And not one time have we heard Carmelo apologize, show remorse, contrition. He didn't speak at the sentencing hearing. His family hasn't shown any remorse or contrition. And yet you got these idiots out here still really ready to stand and fight over a lie. And it's a daggone shame, man. It's a daggone shame, man.
Behind closed doors, Willie D, I'm going to say, you big dummy, why would you pull a knife out and stab somebody just because they pushed you? Have you lost your mind? Are you crazy? This is what I'm going to say to my son behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, I'm going to say, bro, I'm going to tell you, look, you pull out a pistol, you pull out a knife to stab somebody because they push your goofy butt. Have you lost your mind? Now we got to pay for defense lawyers. You ruined your life. Okay, because you still gonna have this charge. If you ever do if you happen to get off of this, anything you ever do in your life again, they gonna hold it against you. On top of that, you got a body. I'm raising you in the suburbs to be the best person you can be. You go to a track meet and you unalive somebody. We not in the hood no more. What got you so upset that you felt the need to whip out a pistol? You can't fight. You can't defend yourself. This is what you do. You just go straight from he pushed me to I'm stabbing somebody to death. Think about that, man.
It's crazy. And I'm glad that he was convicted, because do we want to live in a society where someone can step on your shoes, someone can nudge you, push you, say something reckless to you, and you have the full freedom to say, you know what, I'm taking your life? Do you really want to live in a society like that? Do we really want to go back to the wild, wild west? Is that where we want to go with things? Absolutely not. Especially when you got a bunch of these, emotional YNs running around. Are you kidding me? No way. Now, this video here, this is admission that you got a lot of folks out here, old folks, and they are the problem. Old Black folks are the problem. Not all, but a large majority who are willing to get out here and continue to lie. This is ridiculous.
It took a long time for me to find this video in full because it was a live stream. I was trying to figure out if these were real people or hired actors to state what they stated when they claimed that they saw the video. There's a conflicting story going on here.
So you actually seen the video with your own two eyes? Yeah. Are you able to elaborate on it?
Yeah,
as much. Oh, well, come on then. Okay.
On the video, you can see
so that's 6.
Those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them.
Now, I feel as though this is important because based off of what they claimed that they saw in the video, they were able to see the video. Based off of what they claimed that they saw in the video, there's a conflicting story going on here. Now, this is alarming. Now, that's not to say that Carmelo didn't do what he did. I'm not saying that at all. And
no one can say that he didn't do what he did because he already admitted that he did it. And there's body cam footage of him saying, I did it.
Neither are they. But they're explaining how, based off of what the video is displaying, is that he was acting in self-defense. So I'm getting ready to play this now.
Of Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony, and they're going to speak to that. They're going to speak to exactly what they saw when they
I want to know if somebody in the comment section know exactly who this lady is. Please let me know.
introduced their public information request, and I think that you're not going to be surprised by what they saw, but we want to make sure that we get this information out to the public. So we'll start with T. Sturdy.
Hi, my name is actually Tony Sturdivant. Again, I was one of the ones that saw the video. It's kind of bewildering that it doesn't align with the testimony that was presented. What I saw in the video was actually more than 4 kids. There were actually 6 kids that walked up in the stadium. 2 splintered off. 4 went directly to Carmelo Anthony. And there was a brief conversation.
You're going to start over, sorry.
All right. Start over?
Yeah. Let's clean this up. Keep your voice up.
All right. Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant.
Whoa. He's instructing him like he's telling him like he has to follow a script. The guy with the bow tie, keep your voice up. Like he's following the script. Now go ahead. Now start over. Giving him instructions. This is supposed to be a natural occurrence. You're not supposed to be guiding a person into how they're supposed to give their take at a so-called press conference. You're not supposed to be doing that, especially when you have a live mic. Is that the reason why we're only seeing clips of this? Interesting. See, this is the reason why I wanted to see the full video, and I have the full video.
Yeah. Let's clean this up. Keep your voice up.
All right. Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Carmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds, and from there, a scuffle ensued. It didn't last long. Carmelo backed out the back of the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the questions that I have, though. Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Carmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see.
So now he fell down the bleachers once he ran. Come on, man.
Kind of give chase, but Carmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him. Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers, and Carmelo got it there. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown. I don't know if the ISD gave us a bogus ass video. I don't know, but that's what I saw.
Interesting.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Carmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they ask if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before.
The information, I don't know why they're trying to abbreviate their names. Well, she said that her name is T.
That's because they're lying.
According to what I have, they're saying that her name's, I don't know why they're not trying to state their names here, because I feel as though this is very important. If you actually saw something totally different and you're going to tell the public what you saw, I don't think you should be abbreviating your name or trying to hide your identity. This is very important.
Hello.
Exactly. If you're telling the truth, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Take them big sunglasses off. If you telling the truth.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Carmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they ask if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play, Carmelo Anthony was already sitting up underneath that canopy. And he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. You see, well, I saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent, and then you see coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers.
So now it's from 4 to 6. At first, everybody was saying, oh, it was 4 boys that jumped him. Now they're saying 6.
One, he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly to Carmelo Anthony. And like T said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from the interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Carmelo, in the midst of them assaulting him, you can see Carmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward. The next thing you see is Carmelo, he comes shooting out the back, but he's still not standing. And he had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie. He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. But once Carmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the video. At no point in that video do you see Hunter holding his brother. At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie. And I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video. Because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Carmelo was only 5'8", 130-something pounds, and Austin and Hunter Metcalf were 6'1", 220-something pounds. So for people to say that he should have used his hands, people can die from fights, from people using their hands. And that's all I'm going to say for right now.
So I want to say that this press conference is for people who saw the video, because we want to make sure that we get that information out there, for giving us the opportunity to express what we saw and what we're concerned about here.
Man, these folks be lying. Golly, man. The thing is, you had 2 people get up there and actually told different stories, different accounts of what happened. That's why I was saying it's very difficult to get 21 people to tell the same lie. Here it is right here. You had 2 people who say they watched the same video and they gave you different accounts. See what I'm saying? Very difficult. The truth is the truth. But when it's a lie, when you are making up things, it's very difficult to account it and tell the same exact story. These people are ridiculous and they should be ashamed of themselves, but they have no shame.
Who brought the lawyers on board? So you get the 2 different situations. So when I came to the situation, there was an attorney called Billy Clark, right? And there was an attorney called Kim T. Cole. Right. And those attorneys was brought in only for the simple fact of, I don't care, when I get a situation there's somebody incarcerated, the only person that can get to a person is the one with a bar card, right? And I don't care whether it's a personal injury attorney or whatever it is. Get to him, tell him to shut up. It got support out here, his family is out here, everything, right? I told the family, I said, hey, we're gonna set up your fund, we're gonna do whatever, you know what I mean? Do whatever we can, we're gonna bring in, you know, security, all this different type of stuff. I told them, I said, hey, y'all got to find an attorney, because these attorneys are not, you know what I'm saying, the permanent attorneys. This one doesn't have experience. And Kim T. Cole, although somebody virally said, Kim T. Cole is my organization's general counsel. Right. You know what I'm saying? Kim T. Cole is a good sister. The water bill in my house is in Kim T. Cole's name. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it just, the pure stupidity of theater that people saying, oh, he fired a black woman attorney to hire.
This dude full of it, yo. I mean, first off, a grown man saying that his lawyers, his water bill is in his lawyer's name is insane. What are we talking about here? Seriously. If you've ever heard anything about these types of trials, homicide trials, yeah, it's going to run you anywhere between 150, could go upwards of $500,000, depending on where you are and who you are. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And the reality of it is this. If Carmelo was innocent, why didn't he take the stand to tell people exactly what went down, what was going across his mind when he decided to do what he did? Because an innocent man will get on the stand and say, hey, man, this is what happened, and this is how I felt, and this is why I did what I did. He chose not to do it. He's still quiet to this day.
I'm Christina Awayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. The attorney who claimed that Carmelo Anthony was illegally lynched after being convicted of first-degree murder for killing Austin Metcalf is actually not eligible to practice in Texas because she's suspended for disciplinary reasons, aka she is a convicted felon who was ordered mental treatment conditions. Thelma Anderson said the Anthony family, quote, has been legally lynched for the last year and more so by this slaughterhouse of a courthouse, as well as the family of the Metcalfs. So the energy, she said, is very white supremacy. They have shown to be the pigs that they are. Anderson was convicted of federal wire fraud in a paycheck protection program. This convicted felon was presented to the public as a credible legal voice analyzing the Carmelo Anthony murder verdict, but nobody talked about her criminal record or her being blocked from practicing law. The State Bar of Texas currently lists Thelma M. Anderson, bar card number 240-91728, as, quote, not eligible to practice in Texas with disciplinary status as, quote, suspended disciplinary reasons. Her suspension took effect on March 3rd. Federal court records in the Northern District of Texas confirm Anderson pleaded guilty to wire fraud, which is a felony, and received a sentence of 4 years probation plus $20,000 in restitution to the U.S. Small Business Administration.
So there you have it. It seems like the people that are supporting Carmelo, they have issues themselves. It seems like a bunch of criminals basically supporting a criminal, essentially. You look at Dominique Alexander, you know about his past. You look at this Thelma person who got on here and said that, Carmelo, this is a legal lynching. We've heard about her past. These 2 or 3 people that got up here and spoke and said that they saw a video that no one else has saw. And they both told a story that is slightly different than what the 21 people who got on the stand and told the truth. And when I say the 21, I'm not talking about just the prosecutor's test witnesses. The defense witnesses basically parroted the daggone prosecutors. These people are lying, man. They're lying. Simple as that. The grift is on, and grifters are going grift because there's money to be made off of this situation. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. The Cash App works well. That link is in the description box below as well. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. In the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.